Now in today's show, we got big news coming out of Texas where the Senate actually passed a bill to ban all hemp-derived products, but at the same time, voters have actually said in a poll that they support keeping the market legal. Let's dig into that and see exactly what's going on.
State lawmakers just moved forward with a plan to ban anything containing THC. If the bill becomes law, it could force thousands of businesses to shut down.
Now, as you guys can see, the Texas Senate has approved a bill that advocates say will effectively eradicate the state's hemp industry, prohibiting consumable products derived from the plant that may contain any amount whatsoever of THC. Now, with the backing of Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, who held a press conference criticizing the hemp market on Wednesday after visiting stores that sell cannabinoid products, the hemp ban legislation passed the full chamber in a 24-7 vote. 24-7, that's pretty overwhelming. Now, under this bill, only non-intoxicating CBD and CBG items can be sold, even though hemp with up to a 0.3% by dry weight was legalized at the federal level back in 2018 under the Farm Bill. Now, supporters of this ban actually argue that recriminalizing the herb with any traces of THC is necessary to close a loophole in the state's own hemp law that has allowed for the proliferation of businesses selling intoxicating products. Now, there are a lot of people who cite the tax benefits as reasons why legalization should be pushed through. But according to this, and I quote, "For those that argue that this should just be more regulation and tax, there's not enough tax that we can collect that will deal with the behavioral health issues and the addictions that we currently face. It would be in the billions. It's unenforceable because every day a new product hit the shelf that was at the whim of the chemist." Now this goes on to say, and I quote, "What they have created and what they're doing is akin to K2 and spice and bath salts of the past that we as a legislator voted out of existence as soon as possible. The effect of what this drug is doing to the people that are involved in it, contrary to what you hear, is devastating. It's generational and it's creating psychosis. It's creating paranoia." Now this is something that we touched on multiple times in the past. Texas is taking steps to ban everything, every single thing. Whereas according to multiple polls, the voters down in Texas are overwhelmingly in support of legalization. So we're in a situation where the lawmakers are trying to do one thing, but the people actually want something else. Now there was a news report reporting on Senate Bill 3, so let's have a look at this bill and what this news report says about it.
Crackdown on THC products. Rochelle Turner is live in our newsroom with what this could mean for you at home. Good morning, Rochelle.
Good morning, Amy. If this bill becomes law, those popular THC products like gummies, vapes, and hemp flowers would be banned. Now, supporters say it's about protecting public health, while critics argue it would devastate small businesses and drive customers to illegal alternatives. Now, the Texas Senate just gave the green light to Senate bill yesterday. Now, it's a measure that would outlaw all THC products, even those currently allowed under state law. So right now, products with less than 0.3% are legal in Texas. Senator Charles Perry, who's leading the charge, says the hemp industry is taking advantage of a legal loophole and making products too accessible to minors.
Now just a quick reminder, guys, if you're getting value from this video, please do like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to support us further, join the ICANN VIP Bean Club or buy us a cup of coffee. Now these are competing views that we've heard about for a long time. On one hand, you have people who want to regulate it and actually tax it so that the market can thrive. On the other hand, you have people who want to ban everything outright. They cite the kids as the reason for doing so. But let's have a look at what some of these lawmakers say and those reasons as to why they want to make this move.
You hear a lot about this stuff's going to kids. 29, 22, 29, 22, 22, 18, 20, 21. This is changing people's life in short order because it's been marketed as something that is safe and legal, and it's anything but. The deception in this industry and what they have created and the lives they have ruined is unacceptable.
Now, a lot of people cite the kids and say that it destroys lives, but I would really like to see the proof of that. A lot of people cite these things, but there's no concrete proof of that. In fact, there are analysts and researchers who cite that legalization actually correlates to a reduction in crime, reduction in violent crime as well. But all that said, people who are against the bill, let's hear what they have to say about it and how they will be negatively affected.
Now, opponents say this bill could do more harm than good. They warn it could shut down over 7,000 businesses and put thousands of Texans out of work. There's also a concern that banning legal THC will push consumers towards the black market, where products are stronger and unregulated.
So there are small businesses and local businesses that would suffer from this ban. But not just just that, people who actually use it for medication. There are tons of people who suffer from PTSD, such as veterans. Actually, hear what this veteran had to say about it all.
A recent public hearing, a disabled Marine veteran shares how legal THC has helped him turn his life around.
4 years ago, I began using high-quality hemp-derived consumables. Within just 2 months, I was off all prescription medications except my diabetes meds. The 11 drug interactions that once sent me to ERs and hospitals simply vanished. I transformed from a man burdened by thousands of pills into a high-functioning individual, a better husband, father, and person, all thanks to these products. I stand before you today to ask, please do not ban a product that has given me and countless others a second chance at life.
Now, going a step further, according to this Science and Health article, 4 in 10 military veterans with chronic pain report using medical herb to manage symptoms. This is according to a new study. So 40% of military veterans suffering from chronic pain report using medical herb to treat their symptoms. Most of them say that they use the herb to deal with pain, mobility, sleep issues, while a substantial number of veterans also say that it helps with PTSD, anxiety, and stress. Nearly all participants, 98%, said that healthcare providers should discuss the use of natural products with their patients. Now, this report was published in the journal Global Advances in Integrative Medicine and Health, and this says the survey revealed prevalent use of multiple NPs, natural products, concurrently and in some cases as substitutes for prescribed medications. In fact, the good herb was the 3rd most common natural product in the survey after vitamin D and multivitamins. So this goes to show that they are recognizing the medical benefits of the good herb. And the article goes on to say, and I quote, "As for herb and chronic pain, a recently published scientific review concluded that cannabinoids may be useful treatments for various types of chronic pain, and in some cases, helping to reduce the use of other medications." The paper also said that select mixtures of cannabinoids can help to minimize the undesirable effects of the herb, such as psychoactivity.
Now, Senate Bill 3 now moves to the Texas House, where lawmakers are considering a different approach. Now, their version, House Bill 28, would tighten regulations on the hemp industry rather than banning outright. So if both bills pass, the 2 chambers will have to negotiate the final version before it becomes law.
Yeah, I feel like this is kind of the same back and forth we did with opioids, because there were so many people with chronic pain who say they needed it, and how to sort of regulate that and make sure that people who were misusing it didn't get it. But what does this mean for people like that veteran that we saw? Can they still buy these products?
So for right now, products under the 0.3% limit are still legal. But if this bill makes it through the House, that could all change quickly. And for people like that veteran, they won't be able to purchase it in the state of Texas. But of course, this is something that we're going to continue to stay on top of.
So evidently, this is a developing issue. But what we're seeing is a situation where lawmakers have proposed one bill that seeks to outright ban everything, and on the other hand, they've also proposed another bill which seeks to tighten regulations. So what we're going to find ourselves in is a situation where both of these bills need to be reconciled, and they need to determine which one better suits their needs. But let me know what you guys think about all that. Drop it in the comments down below. I really want to find out what you guys got to say about that. But what's really crazy is that some of these lawmakers are actually saying that THC is more destructive than alcohol. So check that video out because it's coming up right now.